Hello and welcome to a weekend vlog. You're going to spend the weekend with me. I'm going to be doing some very weekendy things. I've now said weekend 4 times. It's been a couple of weeks since Vlogtober, so I wanted to make sure I got a vlog out or get back to it before I get out of practice. So I've got my husband Dan's old hoodie on, perfect for a bit of weekend cleaning. I'm going to show you what my house looks like, which is a tip, an absolute tip. There is no excuses for it. There's stuff everywhere. So I'm going to give you a bit of a sort of view of this. Am I sort of slightly out of shot here? Woo! I was trying to adjust it, but I think I've just made it worse. Yes, so I'm going to show you a panoramic view of... No, it's not a panoramic view. I'm just going to show you the downstairs and how messy it is. And then I'm going to clean it up. And I need to get a new tablecloth. I will show you why. Hang on a minute. Yeah, so you can see why that needs to happen. And then hopefully I can show you the transformation of downstairs. And then I'm going to do upstairs tomorrow on Sunday, as well as making some alterations and cleaning up in the garden and the chicken run. So I'm just going to take you along with me for our weekend, basically. I'm going to be doing some cooking as well. We weren't sure what to have for dinner tonight, and I'm entering one of those phases where I get really bored of food. And then I found in an old copy, well, a couple of issues ago, of BBC Good Food magazine, a recipe for biryani by Nadia Hussain, who won the Great British Bake Off a few years ago. And that looks really good, and I've never made a biryani before, so I'm going to attempt that. So I will show you how that goes as well. So it's going to be a weekend vlog of cleaning, sorting, cooking, wearing old hoodies and doing this. Let's go.
coming back for the chair.
That's okay. Do you want to say hello, seeing as you made yourself known? Dan's going upstairs to do some studying and get out of my way. We're both having one of my new favourite things, which is this. So I'm a Yorkshire tea girl, as you may well know. I love my Yorkshire tea. And can't remember where I was, in a supermarket the other day, and I noticed they had some, I don't know if they're new to me, different sort of flavours and types of tea. So this is their toast and jam tea. Now I've had something similar to this before from Bird and Blend, where it's tea and toast or something like that, and I really liked it. But this is on another level. It is lovely. It does taste like you have a mouthful of toast with raspberry jam or strawberry jam. What is the flavourings? Doesn't say, just natural flavourings. And then a swig of tea, and it's lovely, especially sort of for my second cup of tea of the day, because I have a normal cup of tea in the morning, and then sometimes I'll have a second one, and if I'm feeling really out there, I might have a third one, but usually I'm a 2 cup of tea a day girl. Just cutting out my loud slurping there, so it's really lovely, and we're already getting through it. But the one we're getting through even quicker is the other one that I spotted. They do a decaf bedtime tea. Now I don't really like the flavour of decaf tea. I think it's got a certain flavour to it that I don't like, but this has got added flavours of vanilla and nutmeg in it, and the nutmeg kind of takes off the edge of that kind of decaffeinated tea taste, and it's really lovely. In fact, we've been having this every night this week, and Phoebe, my youngest daughter, really loves it as well, so she's been having one every night too, which is really lovely. We all have our little bedtime decaf tea together. So, and I've just dropped that in my actual tea. So yeah, if you're in the supermarket and you spot these, I'm not sponsored by Yorkshire Tea. I wish I was. Can you imagine if I was sponsored by Yorkshire Tea and had all the tea I could drink? That would be marvellous. No, I'm just a Yorkshire Tea fan, and I thought I'd share it with you whilst we sit and have a little natter. So I spent the whole morning into the afternoon sorting out downstairs, and I'm pretty much there. It's not perfect. There's still stuff everywhere, but it's clean and pretty much decluttered. I've got a Hoover in the living room, so I'm just going to have this cup of tea before I do that. But what you haven't seen is I've also been making lunch for everybody and running Phoebe to her drama school, and I've been back, I've popped out to the shops and so on, and Dan, the same, has been running around. Oh, actually that reminds me, I've also got some laundry I need to get out of the machine as well. I'll do that in a minute. So Dan's been running around being Lilia's Uber driver whilst I've been Phoebe's Uber driver. So I wanted to talk to you about the kitchen, which is where I'm sitting. A little update. So if you've been watching me for any length of time, unless you've just joined me for this video, in which case welcome, you will have heard me mention that we have plans to extend the kitchen, to make it a little bit bigger, just extending the length of our patio outside, encompassing the Victorian outbuildings, which are just attached to the back of our house, kind of lean-tos where the old toilet and coal shed would have been. That's where our washing machine and tumble dryer are at the moment. And just having a much bigger kitchen and a downstairs toilet. However, everything's changed now in the last week. We were planning on, we've got half the money to do what we want to do, and we were going to borrow a little bit extra on our mortgage, which is due to come up for a renewal in February. We've been in a 5-year fixed term at a really low rate. But everything that's happening here in the UK, we are going into a recession, and then there's all kinds of other things going on in the world. The invasion of the Ukraine has had a huge impact, and the Bank of England base rate's going up, well, has gone up, and yeah, it's all getting very difficult. And even if we do nothing to our mortgage, we're going to be paying at least £200 a month extra on what we already pay, just by going from where we are now to a standard variable rate. If we lock in for any amount of time, it's going to be higher than that. We haven't decided what we're going to do yet, but we have an excellent mortgage broker and financial advisor, so we have got really good expert advice helping us guide us through what we're going to do. But the upshot of it all is we are not having an extension, because we can't afford to, and it would be unwise to spend beyond our means, so we are not going to do that anymore. Instead, we're going to remodel the kitchen with the money we've already got saved, so that's quite exciting. We've got to redo the floor, and we're just going to make this work for us as we know it can. We've been in this house for almost 7 years now, so we really know what we need this room to be for us as a family. It's not going to be as big as we hoped it would be, but we do know, you know, kind of what we want, and we're going to remodel the outbuildings, not remodel them, we're just going to tidy them up, get proper doors on there so that it's all, you know, closed off to the elements, basically, proper floor, and redo the walls so they're not flaky. It's very much just an outdoor building at the moment, but I want it to be closed off so that when I'm out there doing my laundry, if I drop a sock on the floor, it doesn't come back up off the floor covered in shed floor crumble. I hate that. So I just want to be able to go out there and feel like that's a clean area. So we're going to do that as well. And a few bits around the house. We're going to be redoing the girls' bedrooms. They both need decorating. Now they're a bit older. So no extension, but still lots of plans and things to do. It's a bit overwhelming to think about, but not as overwhelming as an extension. So we've had to let go of some hopes and dreams and plans, but I think everybody's having to do that at the moment, no matter what your situation, whether you're, no matter what you earn or how big your house is or what your life situation is. The fact is that we are all affected by what's going on around us, by the storm that's going on around us in the world, and I don't think there'll be very many people who remain untouched by it. So we're just the same as everybody else, making the best of it, and we will carry on pushing forward because we've got no choice, have we? And drinking toast and jam tea, keeping Yorkshire tea in business. Don't let them go under. Support Yorkshire tea. Hashtag unsponsored. My kids cringe every time I say hashtag anything. Right, living room. In a way, I'm quite glad that we're not going to have the extension, because I think I would really miss this little courtyardy area, and I really like the old doors, so I'm hoping we can sort of repurpose them for what we want. I'm just going to take the chickens, their vegetables, and I thought I'd see what they think of the new seed that I picked them up earlier. This is cheaper but still good, and it's a different one to what they normally have. It's a mixture of seed and good things and grit. So I thought I'd see what they think of it, give them a little hand for it. Excuse me. Just hang that on. Right, you want to try some seeds? Oh, is that good? Cloud, you going to try some? Cloud's at the kale. Oh, there we go. Bok bok. Bok bok. Isn't that nice? That good seed. Lots of grit in there for you. Oyster shell. Cloud! Leave Hey alone. Good morning. It is Sunday and Sunday is chicken cleaning out day, so we haven't done it in a couple of weeks because of just other stuff going on, life stuff. So it needs a really good clean out today, and I'm hoping to make a few little adjustments and improvements to their setup. They're in lockdown at the moment, or flockdown, due to bird flu in the UK, so they have to stay undercover and they're not allowed out to free range in the garden. So we're trying to make things as fun and as comfortable for them as possible. So I'm just going to give their coop, where we are now, a good clean. And then I want to try and put some more stuff down in their run if I can. Dan's got football today. He's taking Phoebe to her football match. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it on my own, but I'm going to try. So, I'm raking, I'm in the coop and I'm raking. The one almost pumpkin or squash that I grew this year. It never quite came to full size. It was an accident that I grew it. So I might cut it up and see if we can do something with it, but it's probably not ripe enough. So our plan here to keep the run nice for the girls is we've got some matting here. We're going to put some wood chip on top of it so that at least some of the run they can't dig up the wood chip too much and it will stay a bit drier. However, our 2 bags of wood chip we've had for a couple of months, and it looks to me that that's gone mouldy, and not only that, it's got something crawling all over it, and I'm not happy to put that in with my 3 princesses over there, so I think we're going to have to order 2 whole new bags, which is annoying because these were really expensive. This is Hey Hey. She doesn't like being held that much, do you, darling? So we let you go. And just off camera here, who loves being the centre of attention, is Cloud, our silliest chicken. And then here is Peggy Sue. She's our softest chicken. I love looking after him. Even though I'm covered in muddy chicken footprints now. Making a noise, aren't you? Excuse the slightly awkward angle. I'm sitting on my bed and I've tried to angle the camera so that there's enough light behind, in front of me that you can see me okay, because it's now dark outside, and also so you can't see all the washing that's drying on the error. You might have noticed a continuity error earlier. I put on these socks and then you might have seen me wearing some different socks. I had to change them. So these are the Lynx filled socks by Sylvia Watts Cherry, and I made these earlier this year as a test knit and I loved them, and today was the first time I had worn them, and look, there's a hole. Can you see it there? I think I've either, I don't know, it looks like I've actually snipped a stitch by mistake. The yarn is actually broken. So I don't know if there was maybe a knot in the yarn, I dyed this yarn, or if I've accidentally caught it when I was cutting the end. So I just need to find the yarn and then I can make a little fix. So I'm going to have to do that. So I changed my socks to a lovely, gorgeous pair that were made for me by Benty. So thank you, Benty. I was wearing your socks today in the garden if you're watching. I'm just going to say goodbye now. I hope you've enjoyed this little weekend vlog. I wanted to say a big thank you as well for all of your lovely, lovely, lovely comments at the end of Vlogtober and throughout Vlogtober actually. It's been wonderful catching up on those and reading them, and I've been catching up on watching Vlogtobers since my Vlogtober's over, so I've been really enjoying other people's as well. I'm looking forward to doing Vlogmas. And I'm looking forward to hopefully watching other people's Vlogmas. I don't know what format mine's going to take, but I'm definitely going to do it in one form or another. I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you everybody for watching, and thank you for joining me for this weekend. I'm now going to go and cook dinner for everybody, put my feet up, do a bit of knitting, and enjoy the rest of our Sunday. And I'll see you again next week, hopefully.